And hello all my fellow nerds out there, this is Oracle Nerd Richie and welcome to a game called Rectifier in Bloom. So, this is the game that was created by Meant to Be Studios, the same people who created, I'm having a bit of a brain fart here. The same people who created Crabs and Cocktails and, what's it called, Tattoos and Tulips. Same people who made those games made this one. Oh, and they're also the same people who made Lord of Lies, let's not forget that. So, you guys probably are wondering how my audition for Lord of Lies went. I didn't get the part. I auditioned for the role of Cassius, and I didn't get anything. But you know what? It's fine. I got this. I'm okay with that. But there's always another time. But you know what? I wanted to play this game because it's actually been getting a few updates recently, and apparently a new route was just added, which I didn't know. I haven't played this game at all before. This is my first time playing this, so I'm gonna start with a new game. Where will you go? Main menu. What? Character select, I guess. That's like the only other place I can go to. Visible Oh, I can have an invisible one or a visible one. I'd like to have a visible one, honestly. How do you want to look? Masculine? Ooh! I really like the design options for this, I'm not gonna lie. I'm going masculine. I'm masculine, so that's what I'm gonna be. Are you sure? Yes. Okay, Ray. Ray is their canonical name, as far as I can see, so... What? Oh, okay. We're going with Richie, okay? Richie. No, only Lior, Greer, Styles, and Glyph's routes are available for this version of Rectifier in Bloom. Ren, Percy, and Emily will be released in the next three Sundays on the 18th and 25th of August and the 1st of September. Please stay tuned if you enjoy. Ah, alright. Whom do you choose? Wait, I can just choose immediately? Okay, so it's just Percy, Greer, such as Lior, Greer, Glyph, and Styles. Those are the only ones that are available to me right now. Okay, I think I'm gonna go in order from top to bottom. So let's go ahead and go with Greer first. Details. Former pirate captain and a current thief. Gold doesn't just line his pockets, but his heart as well. Will you trust a man who won't even show his face? That is a pretty good question. You shouldn't trust anyone like that, but for the sake of the story, yes. Career route. Golden days. Continue? Yes. Lake kisses the water and it shimmers beneath it. You peer into the endless blue, no longer sick from motion. Think about nothing, your favorite novel? Sure, why not? These are all the same option. I'm assuming the different colors or something, so... You think about the latest adventure of Justice Hale, the allegorical nature of his journey, how even as free as he is on the open sea, he's still trapped by a sense of duty. Still called to his escapades like a sailor to a siren song. How he must fight his inner demons as much as monstrosities of the ocean blue. You always related to Justice's struggles, and now more than ever on your journey. You were no Justice, though. Before you can get whirlpooled into that thought, you were torn from your thoughts by the captain's shout. Look alive, gentlemen. And Richie. He hops down from the cockpit, sporting a cheeky smile. How can I tell with the mask exactly? see his lips curve from beneath the mask. Puck eyebrows, smile back, look away. I mean, green is my favorite color, so why not? Why not cock an eyebrow? Not you as well. Hmm? You didn't hear a single word of what I said, have you? I haven't. Am I not boring to you? He sounds genuinely offended. You have my attention now. Lucky me. Lucky? How so? Sarcasm, Richie. Oh, that continues to be a difficulty for me to sense. Enough time with me, and you'll get it soon enough. Does that mean we'll be spending more time together? That depends. Would you want to? I would. Perhaps with more time, I can read you better. You intended to ask him what he meant exactly, but your conversation is interrupted by Styles' arrival. Wait, they're all just here? The old man scans his surroundings as if the ship had been hit by a cannon fire. Though relieved that that wasn't the case, he was still woken from what appeared to be a deep nap in his hammock. I'm among the living. He doesn't sound too happy about it. Before he can say another word, Glyph rushes over, nearly knocking over poor Styles in the process. He's practically hopping out of his own skin. We're here already? It's been 3 days. Greer nods his head, spreading out his arms. Welcome to Silver Cove. He says with a flourish, throwing an arm over Glyph's shoulders and pulling him in close. Smell that? Glyph doesn't hesitate in taking in the enthusiastic whiff. And instantly his eyes bulge and his ears flatten. It smells like, he struggles to say, waste. He chooses his words carefully, but it's rank. You'd fall in suit, and now your eyes are watering from the stench. Some mixture of fish, salt, and, well, waste. Greer nearly doubles over in a fit of laughter, wiping a tear from his eye. I'm sorry, it's absolutely vile. Despite his words, he takes in a deep breath. Feels good to be home. He doesn't even sound insincere. First, he approaches with a handkerchief pressed to his nostrils. He stuffs it into his pockets theatrically before he speaks. The smell is bothering anyone, it's most certainly him. Of course you grew up amongst the sewer rats. It's true. Greer starts. I was raised in the cathedral. I'm not proud of it. Greer says all without taking his eyes off the coast. Percy can only sneer a response. Oh, you're Emil, okay. You're not staying here, are we? It looks packed. You don't even hear him approach, and you definitely didn't see him approach as he phases out of his invisibility. Wait, he can turn invisible? Bro, he's already my favorite. Also, he kind of looks like my Minecraft skin, I'm not gonna lie. Nah, we can't afford it, even if we want to. We're only here to restock on some essentials and some non-essentials. Ben's voice joins the group as he stands arms crossed against the railing. So, we can't afford to stay here, but we can afford to shop? Your logic is as crooked as you. It's called having a budget, meathead. I guess I should have used the term ration so you better understand. My apologies. See, Silver Cove carries a variety of items you can't find anywhere else in all of Fae, including weapons. Ren doesn't say anything more than that, opting to just look up and stare off in the distance. As if on cue, Leor ambles over, practically dancing. I used to perform at the Diamond Assembly in Silver Cove quite frequently. I just don't travel alone or heavy-pocketed. Leor tags on with a devilish grin. Trust me though, there are worse places to be. You're inclined to believe him too. Greer and Leor are the most worldly of the bunch after all. Just how big is this budget of yours, Jolly Roger? Leor says it in such a way that you aren't sure if he's speaking literally or not anymore. Small. Small. What do you want? Greer responds deadpan. Leor presses fingers into Greer's chest, seemingly unperturbed as he walks them up his bare chest before meeting his eyes. It's so perfectly choreographed you feel indifferent. Leor was like this with everyone, and it was always as a way to get something out of Greer, mainly material things. Greer was self-appointed treasurer after all. That's pretty cool. You're surprised Leor managed to get anything out of him half the time. The only one with more success was Glyph and yourself. All I need is a nail file. Is that too much for your budget? I can manage. I hope food and soap were factored in already. If they're not, please prioritize that. I love them, but I can't see straight when Ren or Glyph walk past me sometimes. He says, pinching his nose and sticking out his tongue. In that case, you're surprised Silvercoast's stench didn't seem to be bothering him. Don't worry, I don't need to take the stench home with us. Good. You aren't going alone, are you? Or did I soil your opportunity to ask me out? Greer scoffs, shaking his head at Leor's already batting eyelashes. I should have guessed you'd ask Glyph over me. You always do. Oh no, I didn't invite him either. We have fun, but he gets excited about everything. Not to mention, I have to buy him treats the whole time to keep him satisfied. You could just tell him no, you know. Not with those puppy eyes. I plan on asking Richie, actually. Your ears perk up, as though you weren't already listening. Though I plan to do it less offhandedly. The obvious guess. A smirk spreads across Laird's face before he takes his leave without another word. What do you say? Yeah, sure, I will. I really want to explore all the characters and their personalities. Like, they all seem really cool. I will. As enthusiastic as always. It's a shopping trip in a dangerous city. What is there to be enthusiastic about? Now you're just trying to break my heart. You can't quite assess his tone. Hmm? How about spending time together, just you and me? Is that not exciting? This feels like a question meant to trick me. I want you to come if you want to go, Richie. I won't take it personally if you'd rather not. I wouldn't mind. If it helps, there are quite a lot of bookstores in Silver Cove. I thought you might enjoy it. Your heart swells at that. I would enjoy that. I am also interested in seeing your stomping grounds, as you'd call it. You are? He appears to be taken aback by that. Maybe my ears are deceiving me. You're honestly going to drag Richie into that sewer with you? You're plenty capable enough. You needn't insult them with doing the party's errands. Any one of us, even the brainless general, would serve as such just as well. I didn't realize you were the keeper now. Percy's face scrunches up. I care about their safety. They're a near immortal entity. No pickpocket in the world stands a chance. Your hubris will be the death of us all. Hopefully just you. How about you relax and let Reggie speak for themselves? Oh, Holy One. These two are kind of giving me like Genzo and Orlum vibes. Like they're the Genzo and Orlum to each other. I feel like they're kind of like that. Isn't speaking for a deity some sort of sacrilege? Or does it not count because it's you? Weird taunts. Percy does not respond immediately. This is your best chance to interject. I'll be fine. I have every reason to believe I'll be fine. You will, but you'll be inconvenienced, bored. You're suited for better things. Like what? Occupying your bed quarters? Cross-stitching? Percy clicks his tongue. Name a few. I've made my decision. There's a bookstore I want to visit. What if those ones I just bought for you? I've been on the ship for 3 days. I've finished all of them. All of them? There were at least 10! I need more. I'll need more. Greer needs to only shoot a look at Percy that suggests, what else will you try? Regardless of what you say, Greer will try to make some admittedly childish jab at Percy. You won't interfere unless it gets out of hand. Very well. For what it's worth, I hope you enjoy yourself, Richie. As for you, Captain, I hope the vermin reclaim you. They wouldn't possibly let me back in the cathedral, but thank you. Perish, pirate. Percy splits as he makes his leave. You let Percy have the last word, for his own sanity if nothing else. You go nose blind to stench by the time you and Greer disembark the ship. Fafnir? Ooh, wait, is it Fafnir? No, I'm thinking of Fenrir. Cliff waves you both off wildly, even going as far as to howl. It's almost as if you both are leaving for weeks, not hours. If such a thing were the case, there was no way you wouldn't have taken it with you. Leor merely wiggles his fingers from his spot leaning on the deck. Emil and Styles are nowhere to be seen, the latter having returned to his nap. Meanwhile, Ren and Percy, despite their differences, watch you both like a pair of hawks from the opposite ends of the ship. The dock itself is bustling, children sprinting one after one another, crowds of people moving in every direction, clusters of residents talking much too loudly for standing across from one another. You tail Greer as he seamlessly weaves through the hustle and bustle. He manages to find a less concentrated part of the dock before speaking to you. I knew it was gonna be like this. Try not to get too skittish, okay? Okay. I believe I can manage. Even if you can't, there's no shame in it. Just let me know if it becomes too much. You nod, smiling ever so slightly to yourself. Whatever nerves you had before were dust in the wind now. However, you couldn't help wondering, what if Percy said was true? Was going on this errand beyond the capabilities, or rather below, a rectifier? About Percy earlier, I'm not even a little surprised. Nor am I concerned about what he had to say. Maybe not, but he didn't need to insult you on my behalf. I've heard much worse. Don't worry. Insults only sting if there's truth behind them. He knows nothing about me, and most certainly not about my way of living. In the same vein, he doesn't know a thing about you or your way of living, even if he's read it all in books. You're not responsible for his actions. If you ask me, though, however you choose to be a rectifier is for you and only you to decide. Consider you only join me if you truly want to. not out of any sense of duty or obligation. I didn't. Good. But that begs a question. Why did you decide to join me? You already know, for fun. I guess curiosity. Like, I know I always want to pick the green option, but... Curiosity. I was curious, though I also didn't want you to go alone. You sound almost guilty. You can do things that only benefit you, you know. I do it all the time. My main reason was to keep you company. And I'm happy to have it. Though I ask that you choose to do things that make you just as. You're not thinking of what he's saying. It really doesn't come naturally to you, huh? I suppose not, but I'll try. You can't fight your nature. Trust is a losing battle. I like who you are. I just worry that you'll put yourself second to just anyone. Isn't that my nature? To serve as Rectifier? Well, I won't pretend to know all that entails. But you are more than what you do, is all. You aren't sure you understand that sentiment entirely. It doesn't seem like the sort of thing that can be fully understood through dialogue alone. Even so, you have to fight the urge not to dwell on it. Where do we go first? Depends whose stuff I should pick up first. Do you have a shopping list? Rare points to his temple. Got it all here. Besides, not much of a list since I avoided Ren and Percy's requests. I've gotta get things for Glyph, Layer, Styles, and Emil. Tell you what, how about you choose where we go first? Okay. What did they ask for? What didn't Glyph ask for is a better question. It's practically a grocery list. I'm just going to close my eyes and point, and that's what he'll get. I really shouldn't ask him when he's hungry. Isn't he? But when isn't he, you know? On the other hand, Emil didn't ask for a damn thing. He never does, even when I ask him multiple times. I understand he used to living with nothing, but he's got to want something, anything. I'm just going to get him whatever I think he'll use. Maybe a lamp for that cave of a cabin of his. Stub my toe nearly every time I enter that room. As for Styles, I had to write down what he wanted, but I can't read that. Can you? Nate closed with the slip of paper Greer produces out of his chest pocket. It's some medicinal ingredient, no doubt, guessing by the sheer amount of letters jumbled together. I was going to hand the paper to the store clerk and hope for the best. Otherwise, he's on his own. So, where to? Okay, so we can choose who we want to shop for first. Okay, thank God I can save. Let's put it in file 2. Save successful. I think I may have broken it. Hold up. Right. So I tried loading the save data over and over, and it still wouldn't work for some reason. Just gonna let that out there. Meant to be Studios, Joy, if you're Flowers for Joy, if you're watching this, you might need to fix that. And I expect it in Greer's route, in case you're wondering. So anyways, let's go top. Let's go from bottom to top this time. Let's go to Styles first. We should get Styles thing. Or the pharmacy is just down this way, if I remember correctly. You enter the pharmacy and you're immediately met with the smell of isopropyl alcohol. I've never heard of that whatsoever. Better than that, the sickening metallic smell of blood. Greer pulls the slip of paper out and heads straight to the counter. Only amongst the healing instruments and tonics, there were assortments of armor and weapons. It's almost unfortunate Styles and Ren couldn't experience it together. I believe we have 3 different kinds in here just below the counter. I'll see if we have any more in the back. Just a moment. They disappear into the back while Greer stands ogling his options. Richie. You come over only for him to pull you the rest of the distance. Cheapest one is 30 silvers. Take a look at the others, 40 and 50 silvers respectively. Before you can think over your options, you see Greer's hand phase through the glass. No, stop him. You see his hand phase through the glass. Stop him, obviously. Don't. Greer rips his hand out of the glass before he can speak. Why? It's unnecessary. We have the funds. Even if we didn't, we can simply let Styles purchase it for himself. Figured I can make the old man happy and get a discount. Either purchase it or don't. Don't rope me into it. I wasn't trying to. Look, I wasn't thinking, okay? I'm not upset, it's your way of life. But it isn't mine. Horse. No luck. That's all we have. It's no problem. I'll take this one. The one for 40 silvers? No, the one for 30 silvers, please. Will that be all? Greer can only chuckle wryly as he sifts through his coin pouch. That'll be all. He drops the coins and resists the urge to snatch the bottle out of the poor shopkeeper's hands. Let's go. Are you okay? At least one of us was robbed. So where to? Okay, we did Styles. Let's go with meals. You said you wanted to get a lamp for a meal. Let's find a stall. There's bound to be one that sells that. This lamp, it's so pretty. It is, but it isn't a lamp. It's a lantern. Specifically, it's a lantern used for the Dancing Stars Festival. The stall vendor only nods. Have you ever been? Only once. Though you can see the lights from anywhere in the city on that night. It's honestly breathtaking. The city is golden, just as the sun is setting until the sun rises the next day. I'd love to see it. It would be something to see from high above. You give Greer a strict look. The vendor appears to be more confused than condemning. If such a thing were possible, of course. He says, trying his best to recover. He's right, though. If you were able to fly above the city, you could see the entire city lit up by golden lanterns. You take Greer with you to see, but you remember how terrified he was the last time you flew him around. And as if he read your mind, don't even think about it. I thought it would be nice. Well, I thought it would be nice. For you, perhaps. What is it that bothers you so? Man was never meant to stand above the clouds. That's why you can't stand on them. I can. Reggie. You're taken aback only for a moment before you see the bewilderment in the vendor's face. You've had a tad too much to drink, old friend. He says you, patting your back. The vendor almost immediately relaxes. There are plenty of things we could do, Richie. The vendor clears his throat. And I'll take you to see the festival myself one day. If we don't all meet our ends, if that is. You only laugh it off. The last thing you need is a reminder of the very real reality that awaits you all. What do you think about this one? Something about it instantly reminds you of a meal. Perhaps it's the unconventional look or the sharpness of the metal surrounding the glass shade itself. You take a proper look at the oil lamp before you. It's decorated with a stained glass pattern, and the lamp itself is an egg shape. I like it. But do you think Emil would like it? Emil will appreciate us even thinking about him. That's true. We'll take it. Greer leans into you to whisper. We've wasted enough of this gentleman's time. That'll be a silver. And it's a steel. So where to? Okay, glyphs. Let's get glyphs straight. What do you have in mind for him? Anything will do. I think he'd like a dessert. Looks for me, there should be a stall that ran by these twins I grew up with. They've been selling cookies before since they could walk. Don't let their sweet faces fool you though. They are impossible to barter with. Believe me, I've tried. You find yourself at a stall of, as you expected, identical twin sisters. The idea behind twins has always fascinated you. Justice found himself enthralled with a set of identical twins himself, a woman and man. Ray and Celine Arcelli, Justice's love interests, with whom he's in a near constant love triangle with. Though these twins are much older than you were envisioning from Greer's description before. It's true they've been merchants for a long time. Now they have their own children hanging off their hips. Afternoon, ladies. You're still alive? Maybe the tales were true and I'm actually a ghost. Even a watery grave couldn't keep you away from the dark chocolate-covered almonds. Alas, it's true, but I'm actually on a diet. His coin purse was on a diet, that is. Then what brings you and your friend? We have a friend. He loves just about anything sweet. As men tend to. I thought about asking one of you two to keep him company, but settled for just getting him one of your baked goods instead. Sweet talking won't reduce the price, you know. That's the finest. What's the finest sweet I can get for 2 silvers? Are you thinking of what I'm thinking? Of course. The women motioned to a glass display case. We just perfected the recipe. It's some pastry hamburgers with sweet cream inside and a dusting of powdered sugar. Oh, that sounds good. Looks delicious. What do you think, Richie? With who? We'll take a dozen. Yeah, sure. I have to try it. I've never seen anything like it. Let's see how we can remedy that. How many can we get for 2 silvers? Normally 4. But if you both spread the good word, we'll give you 6. How does that sound, Ghost Man? You can put that silver tongue to good use. You go to answer, but you're stopped by Greer's hand. It sounds like I need a stamp before I make my final decision. Without another word, a playful raise in their eyebrows, they hand you both a piece of the pastry. The way they move is almost unnerving, considering they aren't clones like Lior, or so you think. Otherwise, you'll have to reevaluate your knowledge on humans. The two of you exchange a singular glance before diving in. Of course, it's sweet, very much so, but also soft and doughy, like a donut. But with a noticeable nuttiness and milkiness, the whipped cream breaks the sweetness in half. It's simply magical. You close your eyes to better savor it. The moan was involuntary. That good, huh? He should know he's eating it himself. What do you call these? Saint Semlas. He hands over 3 silvers to the twins. A tip for the excellent service. And because your little tykes are just too cute. Pleasure doing business with you. You both take your leave, walking while eating your portion of the same semolas you bought. You remember my sister, don't you? Crossbones? Obviously, that wasn't her actual name. Just like Greer wasn't his real name. And your real name is? You know what? It's fine. I can respect that. I only met her briefly when I met you. All you need to know is she was a sweet on one of those twins. She was sweet on one of those twins while growing up. Was always too shy to confess her feelings. But then when we got older and joined Espectros, she gained enough courage to ask her out for a drink. That wasn't until she saw she had a little one. I tried telling her it was no big deal, but she wasn't hearing it. I've never seen someone get over an infatuation so quickly. Damn, these are good. You chuckle in agreement. It was so good he interrupted himself. You can only nod along as you listen to him, shoving a Saint Sentinelist down your face as you wander to your next destination. Did we get something for everyone? I believe so. Wait. I almost forgot Lyra's nail file. If I remember correctly, there should be a bookshop on the same strip. Yes, there is. You see it? You look down the way and spot a little shop with bookshelves outside. There's even a sign that reads Justice, latest edition now in store. I could have sworn I saw stars in your eyes just then. You waited so patiently. You go ahead. I'll meet you there after, okay? Okay. He smiles down at you for a moment. His eyes have a certain look you can't quite pinpoint. Did your eyes look like that when you saw the Justice advertisement, you wonder? He clears his throat, shaking his head before waving you off. You arrived not long after. Oh. Okay. Hopefully the save files don't break this time, but I'm gonna save in file 2 for now, and I'm gonna end this episode here. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Be sure to like, comment what you think, share this video with your friends, and be sure to subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss a single notification. I'll see all of you in the next video. Goodbye.
You say you wanna try, but you never